Welcome to GOS Media. I'm Alex Flores. There's a tale of a man who lived an austere life within the Black Forest and was known to have great knowledge and deep insight. As a wise man, he knew he had an obligation to impart wisdom into the next generation, so he allowed a few villagers to sit under his teachings. He did not allow just any villager to become a student, but only those who were serious about seeking understanding. One day, the wise man and his students were sitting near a lake when a young man came running up and interrupted the gathering. "Wise man, I want to be one of your students," he exclaimed. The wise man calmed the boy and explained that only serious seekers were allowed to join his school of thought, so he must pass a series of tests. The boy said no problem. He was eager to learn and would joyfully pass any test given him. The wise man handed him a thick book and told him his first test was to return in 1 week and answer questions about the content therein. When the boy got home, he threw open the book, and after just one paragraph, he was bored. He knew his sister was boring, so he told her he would give her his allowance if she read the book and told him what was in it. A week passed, and the boy returned to the group and handed the wise man the book, telling him he was ready to answer any question. "Excellent," the wise man said. "How many chapters are in the book?" Needless to say, the boy had no clue and was totally embarrassed as a roar of laughter erupted from the other students. To his credit, however, he honestly confessed the entire story to the wise man. The wise man said nothing and returned to his lecture. The boy quickly interrupted the lecture and begged for another test. Honoring the boy's truthfulness, the wise man handed him a hollow tube. He instructed the boy that every hour between 10 p.m. until 6 a.m., point the tube skyward and record the number of stars he saw through the tube. It just so happened that it rained that night and the next morning. A sopping wet boy arrived at the wise man's door and returned the tube. The wise man asked the boy that when it started to rain, wouldn't the smart thing be to just go home? "Probably," he said, "but I wanted to be there in case the rain stopped." The wise man appreciated his effort, and so he sent the boy away with another test. In the middle of the forest, high up in a tree was a large hornet's nest. The boy was to climb the tree and report back how the nest stayed firmly attached to the tree branch. The next morning, the boy wandered into the group of students and told the wise man he failed the test because it was just too dangerous. Dejected, the boy said it was obvious he failed every test and therefore he did not have what it took to become a student of knowledge. "Oh no, no," said the wise man. He was welcome to join the students. The wise man explained that gaining wisdom is not cheap and easy, and his actions revealed he had the necessary character for finding wisdom. First, he chose honesty instead of trying to lie his way out of his failure. And when the group laughed at him, he was willing to tolerate the ridicule while asking for another test. Further, when most people would have gone home, he endured hardship waiting for circumstances to change to complete the goal. Finally, when completing the goal grew overly dangerous, he knew his limitations and did not take unnecessary risks. Where the boy saw failure, the wise man saw insight. And isn't that the essence of wisdom? Taking our life lessons, often learned from failures more so than successes, and forging them into the capacity for self-growth and encouragement for others? Today's Grain of Sugar puts it this way: the roots of wisdom are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Colony, got a story about finding the sweet fruit of wisdom connected to a bitter root? If you're comfortable with it, tell us about it in the comments below. On behalf of GOS Media, thanks for stopping by. If you enjoy our videos, then please like, subscribe, and share with others. If you want to support our work, then become a Colony member by joining us on Patreon or grab some merch from our website. Links are pinned below. Once again, thanks for tuning into Grains of Sugar. I've been your host, Alex Flores.